by a point, and ho-hum, just your garden variety Monday Night Football on Saturday, right? Joe, Troy, John Perry join us now, and there's a lot to get to here, guys. And Troy, I want to just sort of begin with you because this is clearly a play that Detroit would have practiced. They would have been prepared for what was required, and you know what you've got to do so that everybody is legal and eligible. I'm just trying to figure out how that didn't happen. What's your sense of that?
Well, I'm not so sure it didn't happen. I mean, we're trying to figure out exactly what the process was, but initially the way that I saw it was that, well, maybe Dan Campbell and, you know, their special teams and everything that's involved didn't quite understand that you have to report even if you're in the game. But then when you go back and you watch the tape, Dan Skipper comes in, but Taylor Decker also walks over to the official, and you only do that if you're telling the official you're reporting as ineligible. And so I don't know if he just didn't hear that or what. They said that only Dan Skipper reported, but the evidence is on the tape. So it's hard for, you know, initially I thought, well, maybe he didn't report because he's already in the game, but hard to believe that he didn't.
You heard illegal touch by 68, did not report as eligible. So it's right there, yet you look at the replay and you watch Taylor Decker walk up to Brad Allen and say something. It would be odd for him to do that. Typically, he'd be in the huddle getting ready for the next play.
I don't think Brad Allen ever recognized Decker. I think he sees number 70 come off the bench, and he follows him all the way into the line of scrimmage. He knows he's going to have an ineligible come in and play eligible. I think Decker tries to get to him and say, hey, me too. I'm with the ineligibles on this play. My guess is, based on where Brad is looking and the announcement, there's no acknowledgement.
Well, you see that Goff is trying to get Decker to go over, and he does. My guess is that knowing how these things work, Decker is trying to tell the official, but he's not wanting to draw attention to himself at the same time. But he does walk over there, so I think it's more that the official doesn't hear Decker report, even though he says, hey, I'm ineligible. He doesn't hear it. He comes up, and then the penalty's thrown. But I just – there's no, like Joe said, there's no reason for Decker to go over to talk to the official unless he's telling him he's reporting.
We'll wrap it up here and hear from the winning quarterback here now.
Joe, thank you very much. John, Troy, Happy New Year. That's the best that we could sort of make sense